About time that CEO died. And I'm sure that a scum CEO like him must have a scummy son as well.
Stanley, your timing with all of that is terrible. Do you really think I want to sit here and listen to you talk about us like that after my father passed away? I know very well that you and my father were not very close to one another. Not even close at all, actually.
Huh? What do you mean by that? I am a banker and I did the right thing as one. And I never had the money to loan out to someone that could never run their business properly.
I understand that it's your job to be the one deciding whether or not to loan out the bank's money. But you having given him nothing for so long led to his company going in the red. And from there you only began to look down on him even further. Was there any real reason as to why you had to do that to my father when he was in such a rough situation?
Are you trying to say that I wasn't doing the right thing by not giving him any money? You can't do anything yourself, and you feel you can judge me on that one? It's because of you being such a useless son that your father ended up dying due to stress.
I don't think I had anything to do with his death. I've heard all about what you've done to my father from him. I'd like it if you began to act a bit more like a grown adult and started to look past all the troubles you've caused us.
This is a pain in my butt. Especially since your father's company is falling apart. I'm sure the company's on the way out right now, yeah? I think you should do the honors and put it out of its misery. The CEO is gone now, so it's time that place was put to rest.
Can you stop saying such horrible things, please? I plan on bringing this company back up from the ashes you've let it become. And so I'm going to start working on that right now.
How are you going to do all that when you have no money? Well, if you happen to come to me asking for anything, I'd hand you nothing more than a bit of pocket lint before showing you the way out.
The money at that bank is not your own, Stanley. I'm not saying that you have to be the one to help with the company that I plan to bring back. But the money in that bank is not something you can control all the time. There are always other bankers I can talk with.
Huh? What's with that kind of talk? I am the only one in charge of the money at this bank, and so I can choose who gets my help or not. And because your family never understood that the company is on its final leg.
This company is not going to fall because of you. No matter what you have to say about us or this company, it's not going to die. Thank you for worrying about us here, but we don't need your worries. And thank you for caring about my father back when you actually cared. But after today, you'll never have the chance to help us out again. Now, good day to you.
I'm going to come to your father's funeral. You should be happy for that.
You don't have to come to it now. My father wouldn't be happy if you came anyway. And if you're worried that not coming will affect how you're viewed, don't worry about that, because it won't. I'd rather you stayed far away from the funeral, actually.
I'm not planning on listening to what you've uttered. Now, I'll be coming to see your devastated expressions when I arrive at the funeral.
You're only going to cause more trouble, so please, stay away. I'm telling you that you don't have to bother with my family anymore. Now, goodbye.
I'm quite the nice guy, aren't I? I came here with some money to hand off to you guys as a gift, even though you were all scum. Thank you, please.
This isn't funny, Stanley. Why did you come to my father's funeral? Did you think that it was okay for you to do that when you're supposed to be seen as a leading banker?
Huh? What was it that I did wrong here?
You came into the funeral and chucked 49 cents at me, saying it was the money you wanted to give to my father. That right there is beyond normal. You get your head together and explain yourself to me. Actually, you don't even have to explain anything to me as long as you leave. I don't even want to look at you anymore.
I'm thinking the same thing. I'm happy thinking about how soon that company will fail soon. And I'll never have to worry about your scum again.
Excuse me? Are you really going to say that to me again when my father only just passed away a few days ago? I think that what you've done is far from okay now that you've made yourself out to look like a complete lunatic.
He caused all sorts of problems for me. Because he never knew how to run a company, his problems slowly became mine, and that was no good. But now that he's gone for good, I decided to celebrate that by handing you 49 cents in his name.
I'm going to make you regret what you've done today.
Try it.
I'm telling you that what you've just said to me, you'll soon come to regret. I'm not going to let what you've done to me go. You're really going to regret what pain you've caused me and my family today. I'm going to do all this in the name of my father.
What are you going on about, Richard? At this point, no matter what you try and say to me, I'm not going to budge. You and your whole family is a bunch of idiot scum. I'm looking forward to the day the company collapses. Well, good luck trying to pick up any scraps before that company crumbles into pieces.
I don't need to hear any of that from you because we have a plan set in place to bring the company back on its feet. And whether I do my best or not will not be affected by you. I'm seriously going to make you regret all of this, so you'd better get excited for that time to come.
Richard, it's been a few weeks now. I know I haven't spoken to you for a while now, but are you doing all right? Can you please forgive me for what had happened before? I've contacted you today apologizing for all of that. So if you don't mind, I'd love to have a moment of your time to talk through things. And preferably, I'd love to come to you to apologize to you properly and sincerely.
Stanley, your attitude has changed quite a lot since the last time we spoke. Did something happen to you?
I have seen that your company has come along quite a ways. And so I was wondering if I could be of any service to you and the company now.
So you're here asking me to allow you to help the company again? I'm surprised you're not embarrassed by asking me that after all you've done, you jerk.
Huh? Stanley?
My company really has been performing well now. And that is all because my father, the man you talked horribly about for so long, was able to make some last-minute saves before his death that brought a lot of income into the company. And because of that, the company is outperforming most other companies in the state. And has become a very popular topic for discussion. I'm sure you just want to help the company out now because you want to make yourself look good right now. You think that by asking such a thing, you and I will become close to one another? Have you forgotten about everything that you've done to my father and his family?
I'm so sorry about what had happened then. And as of now, I am very regretful of the way I had acted, both around your father and around you. Do you think you can find it in your heart to forgive me for that? I promise that there is a very high chance now that the money your father had requested before can be given to you now because of the company's outstanding performance. Will you allow the two of us to discuss all of that even further?
What? Are you expecting that I'll give in and allow you to talk about money now after all you've done? You never listened to what my father wanted when he was alive, so why have you changed your mind now?
I never meant for any of that to be damaging to him. At the time, it was hard for even I to be able to hand over the amount of money he had been asking for. Can you please find a way to understand what I'm saying?
Even if that was the case back then, the way you handled it was rude and unacceptable for a grown adult. We're not going to be asking for any kind of financial support from you now. And at this point, we have already spoken with other banks about financing, and are to the point now where we've finished our talks and are moving on to finalizing our deals.
What? Are Are you guys going to pull out the money you have in our bank still?
We are. We no longer want your bank handling any of the company's money. I was waiting for you to come and apologize to me just so that I could tell you that we were moving forward with pulling all of our money out of that bank. And thankfully, we are just about ready to do so. This is all working too perfectly.
Please, slow down for one moment. Are you sure about that?
About what?
The money that we're holding here is in fact the money that belongs to your company, yes? Moving it out of here so easily is not something that can be done overnight.
I'm aware of that, and that's why I've been working on accomplishing this feat for a while now. And when the money has all been pulled out, you'll have to be the one to take responsibility for it.
Huh? I have to?
Of course you do. The whole reason that our company is now pulling the money from your bank and moving it somewhere else is because of the way you acted towards us. I'm sure you'll even be fired for this now that there will be some damages to your bank.
Richard, do you think you can talk to me directly about all of this? I'd like to start out by apologizing for everything that had happened between us before. And I'd really like to have the chance to explain myself to you. I believe there is a massive misunderstanding between us right now.
A massive misunderstanding. Oh, I don't think so. I have not forgotten about the way you acted then. And no matter how much you've changed your attitude now towards me, what you had said and done will not be erased.
And I am very well aware of that. But I'd love to talk to you about that a bit more. I have thought a lot about what I've done, so please allow me to apologize to you. Please, I promise that I'll never act in that sort of childish way towards you and your company ever again.
It is far too late for you to apologize to me now. I told you back then, didn't I? I'm going to make you regret what you said and done. And I'm just doing what I had promised.
Please, calm down, Richard. I'm very well aware that all of that was because of me, and I'm at fault for that. But I'd really like for us to continue talks again about how this bank can help your company in even more ways now. So please just give me enough of your time to talk with you about all of that in person.
No, thank you. I'm not going to work with your bank anymore, and I thought I had made that clear. I'll never forget the way you treated my father, and this is all happening now because of that.
I never meant to treat him so poorly then. Perhaps you could say that back then I had just gotten a little too far ahead of myself. And that caused me to act in a slightly rude manner towards him.
Slightly? I doubt that you were only slightly being rude to him back then.
His company continued to stay in the red that whole time, but he always came to me asking for more support. I understand that things were tough for him, but
even though you understood the rough situation he had been in, you not only acted towards him in a cold manner, but you even came all the way to his funeral and made fun of his name.
Well, I didn't mean for that to be anything hurtful towards him and his family. I had to be at the funeral as I'm one of the lead bankers that worked with him.
Oh, I know that you had to be there. But if you had to be there only because you are a leading banker, then you should have acted like one until the very end. I'm never, ever going to let that go. You hear me? Everyone else that was at the funeral feels the same way I do about you. My father may have worked with your bank for the longest time now, but after seeing how you treated him and his family, everyone is very much okay with what I'm doing now. And I think that what I'm doing right now, having the company's money removed from your bank, is the perfect form of revenge.
Please, wait, Richard. I never expected your company to make such a huge comeback like it has after what your father did to it. I know now that I was getting too far ahead of myself, and I want to apologize for that. But if you pull all that money out of our bank now, it will really ruin my day.
And I have nothing to do with your day being ruined, Stanley. You didn't seem to care when my father was in a tough spot and his day was being ruined. So why should I care about your day?
Wait, please! I didn't mean that.
Also, it seems you never even looked at how the company was doing before my father passed, right?
Huh?
If you had just taken a look at the company's sales, you would have seen that it was going to make a comeback for sure. The only reason for my father needing some money from you at the time was because of a mistake one of the managers in the company had made when writing an order. And so because of that, the company did not have the right amount of money to cover the costs. But had you just handed over a little money to help pay for the costs at the time, then you would have seen that the company being in the red was only due to one late payment. So the only reason you thought the company was in the red for so long is because of that one mistake. But it was only on one occasion and wasn't even that big of a deal at the time. If you were really the amazing banker you feel that you are, you would have noticed that and understood that by handing the money to my father that one time, the status of being in the red would have gone away immediately after he made the payment.
Well, that's...
Did you ever take a look at the company's finances when he came to you? And on top of that, did you even offer to lend him anything?
I'm sorry, but I did not. I had assumed that him coming back to meet me again for money meant that his company was in the red for good. And so I never thought to look at the finances of his company. I'm so very sorry for that. But now I'm very much aware of how well your company is doing. Please allow my bank to continue working with your company.
I've already spoken to your bank's owner.
Huh?
I'll be going over there later to speak with them in person, but I will not be talking to you. I'll be letting them know about how it was your attitude that led to this choice.
Stop that, please! If you tell them about that, then I'll be made responsible for everything. Richard, please stop trying to make all of this my problem.
I'm not trying to make it your problem, as it's always been your problem, Stanley. And because of the way you acted after my father died, I'd hoped that you would have thought about your actions and made up for them sooner. But I can see that even after a few weeks have passed, you still don't see what you've done as your problem.
I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to apologize to you now, so please forgive me. I'll come to you and get on my hands and knees.
I don't need to see you doing that now. I know that you're a pile of garbage now, and will never change unless something severe happens to you. You really screwed up by not doing your job and labeling my father as scum for making one small mistake. I'm going to make sure you get a full whiff of this revenge that I've brewed up for you. Goodbye. After that, Stanley the banker was forced to take responsibility for his actions and was fired because of them. He was also made to pay the bank for the huge loss they just took when Richard pulled his company's money out, and is now stuck with some major debt. Really, the bank would have never minded Stanley for turning Richard's father away when he came asking for some help. But him going the extra mile and throwing 49 cents at Richard during his father's funeral is where things changed. If only Stanley had been a bit more mature about the way he acted, he would never have been in such trouble. But just as Richard had said, the only way that Stanley is going to learn and change for the better is after something severe happens to him, like losing his job.
Miss Sarah, I'm sorry to bother you. The place where I was hit by Marilyn with a rock, it's starting to turn into a bruise. Would you be able to cut it out with the violence? It's really starting to cause problems.
What? Shut the hell up. Don't even start with me when you're my brother's wife. It's your fault she doesn't respect you. Marilyn doesn't do that to anyone else. She gets along just fine with everyone else she interacts with. She even told me yesterday. Who the hell is that stupid ugly lady that stays at Grandma's house? She's got that right. In case you weren't sure, she's talking about you. You realize that Marilyn is in the 3rd grade, right? I'm not sure if I should be saying this, but are you sure you're okay with her talking like that? I don't want to hear shit from your stupid-ass mouth. You're leeching off of my parents' house. And you don't even do the chores correctly around the house. I have work to do too. I can't do all of the work around the house alone. My husband's currently away on a business trip, and I live with your parents too. It's not like I have taken over your parents' house. I think that you have that wrong. She's letting you stay at our house because my mom is a saint. Every day, you and Brenda are annoying me. It's actually worse than annoying. You're bullying me. How can you call that nice at all? What? What are you talking about, bullying? We literally are educating you. Don't act like you're worth anything. I don't need any kind of education. You can't even pour tea correctly. When we go by the house, you don't even have snacks for us ready to eat. Who the hell do you think you are, calling yourself a wife? Do you realize the duty of being a wife and what you're supposed to do? You need to do your damn job. Even if I prepare the snacks, you just take all of it home with you when you leave. I can't just get all of them ready every single time. Also, about Marilyn, she's always complaining with you and Mom, but that's not the kind of attitude you should have with your elders, right? What? Elder? Who is her elder? Literally me. She doesn't talk with any kind of respect that she should be showing towards an adult. Just so you know, in my eyes. You're below a piece of lint. Do you understand me? Marilyn totally understands that kind of thing too. Just because you're a piece of trash doesn't give you the right to take out your frustration on a kid. I'm not taking out any frustration. I'm saying something that's totally justified. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, why do you even exist? You aren't useful at all to anyone or anything. You're always just staying at the house. Are you messing with us? You should really start thinking about how to take care of us using that no-good brain of yours. Shut the hell up, fat ass. What? You need to shut your damn face. I'm over this. If you want to talk about me that much, I'll leave. I don't want to live here to begin with. I was worried about Dad, but I lived here to help out as much as I could. You better watch your mouth. Didn't I say shut your face, fat ass? You stay at your parents' house from early in the morning to late at night. You take home all of the food that I cooked, and then you turn around and give your husband that food and say that you cooked it yourself. Even when you're at your own parents' home, you just roll around doing nothing. All you do is read mangas and watch TV. On a good day, you get off your fat ass and move to the table to eat the snacks that I put out. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out why you're so obese. That's why you're a pig, right? Oink, oink. You're going too far. You need to stop. You took the words from my mouth. I guess the product of a rotten old bitch is just another rotten bitch. Your daughter keeps talking about how she wants to be a star in the future. Honestly, it sounds like a bunch of bogus. She'd be lucky if she became some kind of comedian for people to laugh at with the way she looks. You're going too far. You're making fun of my own child. I really don't believe it at all. You were making fun of me all you wanted. Everything that you've ever done to someone else is going to come right back around to you. That's why Marilyn has no friends at school at all. And barely even bothers going to classes, right? Marilyn's just tired. School is full of all these idiots. I see, so then you bring her to your parents' house and you talk shit about me and have fun? That's going to have the opposite effect, you understand? Why would she get better and go to school? Oh yeah, she wouldn't. Her parents are just as stupid as she is, huh? Just to be clear, yes, I just called your daughter stupid. Imagine throwing a rock that big at someone. That's not something that regular kids do to people. If it had hit me in the head, it was actually pretty damn dangerous. I don't really give a shit. You're just starting to annoy me, so stop texting me. Get the hell out. I don't ever want to see your face again. I told you earlier I'll be seeing myself out. Just so you know, your father's very strict nutrition regimen, your mom won't be able to cook any of it. Before I started living with them and it was just your dad, she made instant ramen all the time. I was really worried, so I started living with them. But seriously, screw this. Also, my husband and I pay for the cost of living. Literally everything around the house we paid for. I guess we really shouldn't have done that for you, huh? You better bring that money for us. You're gonna make my mom really struggle.
It has nothing to do with you, right? You were the one that told me to get out and leave. Why do I have to keep paying for a place that I don't even live in?
That's too far. You better bring your ass to cook, too. Are you stupid? Does your husband even know? Huh? You don't cook or anything. You don't even take your kid to school. I know the kicker here, too. You spend all of his money on expensive brands. I didn't do that.
You were bragging about it to Mom the other day. I remember your husband doesn't look at the savings account, so it's basically free money for you to use. You, Mom, and Marilyn all went out the other day. You bought the same brand necklace, and I remember you three showing it off. It's like watching a bunch of pigs show off their fancy purses. Who the hell cares? You're still a pig.
Shut the hell up! You're gonna make me angry soon.
So like I was saying, I messaged your husband.
What?
I told him that as soon as he reads my text message, he should call me. So as soon as he gives me a call, I'm going to explain everything.
Wait, hang on a sec. What are you going to explain?
Everything that you've been doing up until now. Everything from start to finish.
You need to stop. Don't be butting into another person's household.
Don't worry, I'm going to leave your parents' home. I'll stop sending the cost of living and just general allowance in general. My husband even kept telling me that it was fine if I left the house and stopped living with you all. He kept suggesting it to me. I tried my best to make it work and turn him down every time, and this is the end result. I don't want to keep getting called names. I'm tired of being bullied and annoyed. I'm tired of being treated like some kind of slave. I'm literally at the end of my patience. We're going to live at the top floor of a really tall apartment complex. We're going to move really fast, too.
Wait, hang on. Then what's going to happen to our meals?
You really can't stop thinking about anything except your damn food, huh? You gotta prep your own meals now, piggy.
You're being so damn rude. You think you can really get away with this? And what are you talking about? What are you talking about that you messaged my husband? You better explain yourself. What did you tell him?
Everything. Do you really not know what I'm talking about? Maybe there's too much that you're worried about. By the way, I already contacted your father, too. He was apologizing to me profusely. He kept saying how he's sorry for not being able to do more for me. He was afraid to talk back to your mom. It seems that he couldn't say anything to your mom.
Don't embarrass my mom like that. It's your fault anyway.
You're not really in a position to be talking like that right now, are you?
What do you mean?
When your husband calls me, I'm going to tell him all about the brands and the free money, and you can get this from his account.
Wait, come on, don't do that. I won't do anything to you anymore. I promise, I'll leave you alone.
It's not that you'll leave me alone, it's that you literally can't. Because we're never going to see each other again.
I can't have him check the checking account. Please, I'm begging you.
What's so bad about that? You're joking, right? You didn't really... You actually used all of it up.
Not all of it. It's just a little less than before.
If it's just a little bit, then your husband should forgive you, right?
Please, I'm begging you. Please don't tell him.
Wow, I didn't know you were able to talk like that.
Huh?
I thought you were only able to be rude. Turns out you understood the concept of manners. There are probably other things you should be saying.
I'm sorry. I was wrong about everything. I'll apologize, so please forgive me.
Wow, you can apologize. I didn't know you were able to do that.
I'm apologizing. You should forgive me, right? Please forgive me.
Sorry, but I have some unfortunate news.
Huh?
I've screenshotted all of our text messages, all of it from start to finish, and I've sent them to your husband already. You guys hash out the rest on your own. Later, fat ass. Lucy felt like she might have lost it a little bit too much, but if you think about what she had to go through up until this point, it's pretty understandable. Sarah's husband contacted Lucy, and they included Lucy's husband in the talk. They were all able to talk to each other. At the end of the day, Sarah's husband accepted that he wasn't able to manage his business correctly. He was made aware by everything that he was told, and he apologized to Lucy. He noticed that he barely had any money left in his checking account. It's going to be pretty difficult for Sarah to rekindle her relationship with him. She was told to make up for all of the missing money, and told that he would be filing for divorce. She now eats at home, eating instant noodles. Sad little piggy.